myself, Dr. A. Bharati, Professor, take this opportunity to introduce today's
I think there is a voice break. Just check, please.
Voice is taken.
distinguished resource person, a globally recognized academic
Bharati, we are unable to
researcher,
hear you. There is a lot
mentor,
of interruption.
Dr. Narayan Reddy and professor in the Department of Pharmacy under the JSS Academy, years of teaching and research experience. Sir, am I audible, sir?
No.
Hello? Hello?
Now it's clear, Bharati, but there is a lot of disturbance.
There is some network issue in the...
Yeah, you kindly join
Madam.
through mobile
Hello?
data.
I think I can give the start maybe with a small introduction about myself.
That's better, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, Bharati, if you don't mind, kindly hand over the mic to Arifa. She will introduce about today's resource person speaker. Sorry for the interruption, sir.
No problem, because online.
Initially, I thought, is it from my side networking problem? I was waiting actually. Yeah, Arifa, you take over
Yes,
this
ma'am. Yes,
section. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. Ma'am.
I think there is no formalities. I think I can introduce myself and I'll start because many
Yeah,
people are
that's
waiting.
better, sir. Yeah,
No
better.
issues, no issues. I
Mhm.
can understand that, no problem. Always technically,
Okay.
like this is always there. We should adjust and we should move on, no problem. Thank you.
Uh,
So without further delay, I think with the permission of chair, principal, and HOD, I can start myself. I welcome all of you for this second day session on this FDP on sustainable innovations in drug delivery, a multidisciplinary perspective, which is going organizing by Kvsrscops College of Pharmaceutical Sciences for about a week. So myself, I'm Dr. K. Satyanarayan Reddy. I am from East Godavari only. I was also a Telugu person. Basically, I studied here my B.Pharm and M.Pharm, PhD at the same institute that is where I'm currently working on, which is JSS College of Pharmacy, Ooty. And last 10 years, I was working as a faculty, and also currently my designation was associate professor in the Department of Pharmaceutics, and also I was heading as a research head for this institute for the last 5 years. This is my small introduction about myself. And if you see some of the accolades of mine, I was been top 2% scientist in the world by Stanford University for the last 3 years. So hope you are aware. Stanford gives some ranking to the scientist who works on the special fields. My special field is pharmacy and polymers. And as usual, I have many publications, patents, grants, and no, currently I'm getting some 5 PhD students and another couple of PhD students, etc. So that's no something about me. Now coming back to our important thing today is the our content, the basically the FDP, which is talks about purely about the drug delivery, and the word is not a big what to say a new term no more for anybody, because AI is something which are already we're living in with our mobiles, with our day-to-day life, with our surrounding people. Now the time has came to learn about AI. There is nothing got to learn about AI, to train about AI, because in the year 2023 people talks about do you know AI? That's a word. People say maybe or may not be. And the last year people started asking, did you use AI? And people again may not or maybe. Now this year, people are asking, are you trained in AI? That's a trend now. No more people are asking like, did you know AI? Did you learn AI? All those era is gone. Why I'm saying this reason is, PCA, we are going to come up with a new syllabus. It is more particular about AI-driven syllabus, I can call. Around 15 to 20% of the syllabus is containing only AI-related subjects, such as AI in pharmacology, AI in drug discovery, ML in pharmacognosy. There are a lot many terminologies you are going to see. So, AI is something which is no more a choice or no more a wonder to people if you're still knowing that AI is, something new for you. So the time has came, that era has came, that something you should start living with artificial intelligence. How the people have lived with computers last 30 years. Last 30 years, somewhere around from 1990s, 1980s to 2020, below before it is the era of computers. Without computers, there is no job role or no, there is no place. And next 50 years, it will be like, the life starts and carry with for next 10 years is about, artificial intelligence. And again, syllabus also it is going to come, and this is the right time to train all of you to know aware about everything the artificial intelligence, especially in our field of pharmaceuticals. Right. But again, this FDP is specifically towards the drug delivery, right? So many people, when it comes to mind, they'll think in a broad manner. Okay, AI means pharmacy in the sense everything, it covers something like that. No, it has a specific, unique, applications when each part of the drug discovery and development. Let us say drug discovery, a separate application. Of pharmacovigilance, there is a separate application of AI, and drug dispensing, there is a automation is there. Now we are today, and the next maybe probably 1 week, but this topic of FDP was mainly deals with the drug delivery, and today my topic was smart doses forms, right? The name itself, maybe you can see the heading header we given as smart. So compared to the regular doses forms, what are the regular doses form? Tablets, capsules, liquids, semi-solids, such as whatever it is the regularly available conventional from the last 20, 30 years, right? Now the time has came to change the nature of this dosage form, the function of this dosage form, the aspects, what we think about this dosage form into futuristic AI-driven dosage forms. Let us see probably for next 40 to 45 minutes. How now I would like to take you all of you. What is the trends happening with the drug delivery with respect to AI, which is very interesting. Probably as I'm sure that such things which I'm not showing for the next 40 45 minutes was not aware by any of you, in the past. Definitely, I think this will be a knowledgeable session when it comes to the drug delivery with the AI. So, with all your permission, I'm sharing my screen. Just give me, a few, like signals whether my PPT is visible and my audio is clear, my slides are moving, all those things. Just a second, I'm adjusting myself. Yes. Is my slides are moving?
Yes, sir.
My audio is clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you so much. So let us have an uninterrupted session for the next 40 minutes. Let us move deeply into the scientific knowledge on this AI-driven devices and drug delivery and cosmetics. Right. As you're seeing in the picture on the left side, a capsule. Imagine a capsule having a brain. It is intellectual. Okay. It is like things like a human, how it could be. And that will be the next feature of doses ones probably in the coming years. So understand here, as I'm saying in the beginning, a drug discovery is a huge big cycle, starting from a disease identification, the target identification, to synthesizing the molecule, making to evaluate this through in vitro studies, then in vivo studies, then applying the IND application, moving to the clinical trials. This all a big cycle takes about 10 years of time and 500 crore to 600 crores of money of investment. So when it comes to AI application, you cannot say in a single stretch, AI is applicable in drug discovery. No, the application of AI in the invention of new molecule is different. The application of AI in drug is different. The application of AI in preclinical models is different. And we are talking about today how after the passing of successfully the drug, the lead molecule in the preclinical studies, it has to be converted into suitable doses form, such as tablet, capsules, or whatever other meaningful doses form. And today the session is only about the drug delivery. That means how the artificial intelligence or any other machine driven or machine learning technologies coming in the upcoming futures we can use in the drug delivery to make the systems more and more, practically, problem solve with the existing problems. Okay, right. I'm just keeping some of the images on the slides. Usually, when it is a physical presentation, I have a lot of interaction with faculty. I can being a technically, online, that is not possible. But still, just think in the mind when I'm keeping some images. The question was, have you aware of these images? I used to ask the students. So I'll ask, what is the image in the first picture? People will say it's a TV. No, I'll say I'll not accept that. It is not a general TV that what we have seen in the 30 years back. It's all, a smart TV. That means the olden TV is just only a display which we can see the picture. But these TVs will behave more than the regular showing picture. Like, it will accept our command of voice, and it will suggest, you what is the content which you like. And more than that, it's like whatever thinking in your mind, it is able to project in the TV. Similarly, there is no more regular, items like smartphones have came from the number pads, smart watches have came from the regular dialers, smart bulbs have came. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. There is a smart bulb. Again, it will listen to you. If you want to off, it will off. If you want to on, it will on. If you want to change the color, it will change. Let us say on the party mode, it will blink. There are a lot of things happens with this smart bulb. Similarly, whatever it is, completely the home nowadays become a smart home with all the smart accessories in the home. That means they're very smart, thinking like a human brain. So the term smart comes is when the thinking starts. Earlier TVs, earlier mobiles, earlier watches doesn't think, right? That is called as no intelligence. Now today the artificial intelligence has evolved such a way that now this non-living objects also started thinking about, intellectually, where through the artificial knowledge. That's how the artificial intelligence comes to the picture. That's all fine. There are a lot of smart things we are seeing in the life. But what about our, as a pharmaceutical person, what this pill has done wrong with, from so many years it is living with us with the same dress and same color, but nothing happened, anything new to this. And today we will learn why there is a smart pills are required, AI-driven pills are required for the drug delivery systems. Okay, students also, still they're enjoying by, still stirring with glass rod and beakers, or trichulating with mortar and pestle, whatever it is, a regular, laboratory procedures to prepare the conventional dosage forms. But I think this is not going to be the future. We have to come from the past of regular trituration to the kind of conventional way of, developing the futuristic products in the coming future. If you are still grinding the powder in a mortar, that's fine. But unless the patient expects that, like the smart things which you are seeing in the world, if they expect the drug delivery also to be very smarter, then you have to be the right time to change by yourself, right? So now, see, any changes to become in the future, it may be pharmacy, it may be a medicine, it may be engineering. Definitely, without need, nobody will going to talk about. You see, when somebody is talking about AI today, there is a need to become. That's why these AI-driven things are coming. Similarly, when it comes to the pharmacy, still our dosage forms face lots of problems, right? If you are aware of the classification, remember solids, liquids, and semi-solids. These are all having a lots of demerits still, right? You might have studied in the pharmaceutics one or two subjects: demerits of tablets, demerits of capsule, demerits of liquids, right? This has to be still addressed in the coming futures. Based upon some of its demerits of, our dosage forms, or doses from related regimens, and few things has been come to the, the mind. One of the demerits associated with the current dosage regimens is medication adherence. Hope many of you are aware this term, maybe especially our pharmacy practice, or maybe some kind of practice subjects when you are learned in the UG level. Medication adherence is something you are not taking the complete dosage regimen prescribed by the medical practitioner, such as doctor. What is the meaning? For suppose you got a fever, you got an infection. Now, what happens? The doctor prescribes a 1 week of medication, combining antipyretics and anti-inflammatories, antibiotics, etc. Now, what happens is, to cut the cost of the medication, you will go to the medical shop. The medical shop person will ask you, "Can I give half of this in this, total 1 week of therapy?" You will say definitely yes. Okay, there itself, medication adherence is gone. Only out of 1 week course, you are taking only 50%. Again, after coming to the home, because of the memory power we have, or because of the other issues we have, because of the, the job things we have, we don't take even that 3 days also. We'll again take 1 day. If you feel the symptoms have lost completely, we are not going to bother about the next 2 days. So instead of 1 week treatment, we are only going with 1 day. This kind of scenarios may be not serious in the general cases. There are certain cases where, like hypertension, asthma, HIV, tuberculosis, depression, diabetes, cancer, epilepsy, this kind of medical adherence issue is going to be a very serious issue. 47% adherence rates. Out of 100% only 47% is adherence rate. This poor adherence contributes to around 1.25 lakhs deaths annually in the United States. Of course, India is not accountable. Many of the things what happens in India, including the dispensing or whatever, doesn't count any time with the government agencies properly. But in the case of developed countries, it's very clear. So they says annually almost 1.25 lakhs deaths are happening because of improper medication adherence with this kind of diseases. So no, the thing is now like how to address that. How to any solution is there? Earlier we have a solution called the smart pill which you are seeing on my screen. Maybe as an adult we don't have that such kind of issue to miss the adherence, but especially when you become old after 60, your best friend is your medicine only, right? Throughout the last minute of our breath you should live with medicines. So that time the memory power is not so accurate what we are having now, even though if everything is in front of our eyes we don't even take properly the regimen. That time what happens is pill boxes have came to the concept. So Monday to no, Sunday to Saturday. Okay, so we are opening the pills and we are keeping here, and every day we will remember and we'll put it one by one. But still again, even though having this, there are people with medication inheritance will be there. They lost the dosage regimen. So any solution, any smart idea is there for such kind of problems? Is the again the concept of AA and drug delivery can solve this problem? How? Just look into this smart video, a small video about a doses form called as aripiprazole, which is basically an antidepressant drug, which is an AA driven doses form. I said, there are regular cases like fever and all, they don't have any problem of adherence issues if you miss the dose. Imagine a depression patient, okay, with suffering with the depression. If one dose miss also, it is a serious issue because, depression side effects is suiciding, okay, or other kind of, adverse events. So you should take properly the dose maybe of 2 months or 3 months what doctor prescribes. If you miss the dose, there is an issue. So how this problem was solved? In 2017, a smart doses from a smart tablet was approved for this kind of diseases. Let us watch this video to understand better what was it is.
Meet the Abilify MySight system. It's the first FDA-approved prescription digital medicine system designed to help you and your healthcare team stay on top of how your treatment is going. With the system, you'll be able to keep track of when you take your Abilify MySight, and you can also record and share daily data, like how you're feeling or how well you're resting. All of this can help you better understand your treatment and give your healthcare team a more complete picture of how you're doing each day. Want to know how it works? This video will explain how the parts of the Abilify MySight connect together to help you. The Abilify MySight system begins with Abilify MySight, a prescription smart pill with integrated technology the size of a grain of sand. The technology is made of ingredients found in most diets, so it will pass through your body naturally. After you take your pill as prescribed, it sends out a tiny signal. The MySight patch gets that signal from your smartphone and logs when you took your medicine. Like an activity tracker, the patch also automatically logs the number of steps you've taken that day and time spent resting, and sends that information via Bluetooth to the MySight app on your smartphone. On the app, you can record your mood using emojis, how well you rested, and the reason if you didn't take your pill. The app lets you see how you were feeling on a certain day, week, or even month, all in one place. Then, you can share this daily data with members of your healthcare team, like your doctor, nurse, or therapist. Sharing your daily health data can help you stay connected to your healthcare team without having to remember what's been going on between appointments. You can also share with people in your support network, like your family or friends. The people who you decide to share your information with will be able to see your data on the MySight dashboard. It's an online portal that allows them to quickly check in and see how you're doing. Remember, this is your system, your data. You can choose to stop sharing your information at any time. Your data is encrypted. It's here to be that little extra.
Right, you can see a self-explanatory video how this system is going to work. So the moment you took the pill, it will be tracked through this patch to the device of mobile. On the same app, the same login is available with the doctor as well as their family members. They will be aware, they will be knowing the activity of you. I mean activity in the sense the adherence of medication, what was given to you. If any pill dose is missed, if anything is wrongs happen with the behavior also, the signals will be sent to doctor immediately. A call will be coming to you, or maybe physically they'll come you and they will monitor you. Imagine, but it looks so futuristic, but definitely this already developed countries was done so far in 2017, only 5 years back, right? So such kind of advantage was there with the smart pills. There are a lot of other companies also there. There is another pill here which you are seeing for another disease, and many other pills also coming. Just a minute. Yeah, I can show this quickly. This.
Sensor. This capsule provides convenience for patients and accuracy for clinicians. Inside is any oral medicine that a trained and licensed pharmacy can fit into a pharmaceutical-grade capsule. Shortly after being swallowed, in as little as 1 minute, the pill sends a message to a small, lightweight, wearable reader. Once the reader receives notification that the pill has been ingested, Bluetooth technology forwards its message onto the app, which has been downloaded onto the patient's smartphone. The patient wears the reader until the signal is detected. It can be removed between doses. It is easily recharged by being placed on the wireless charging pad. The patient receives additional support because their healthcare provider is able to view, track, and trend ingestion data. If the clinician sees on their dashboard that a patient has veered from their prescribed medication regimen, immediate follow-up can provide adherence support or other interventions that help patients in real time.
Yeah, this capsule is something different than the previous one. This is like a universal smart pill. Any kind of tablet can be loaded here. The whatever the chipset you are seeing here is universal, and all the tablets which is prescribed maybe for a week or 2 weeks of time will be loaded here, and that adherence will be checked again through the app. So not only this, many companies, you can see the list here, were working currently to make such kind of AI-driven smart pills to make the medication adherence to the more good level than the regular ones. So, and the next problem, another problem apart from the medical adherence, the second problem with our dosage forms is lot of side effects and adverse events. Anytime did you thought, how many people when you study the pharmacology, of course you are studying the drug classification followed by adverse events. Did you anytime thought, why these problems arises, why such kind of events are happening, at the human body? Basically, when you see the human body, it was categorized. I'm talking in terms of metabolism. When you see the metabolism, you are studied in the biopharmaceutics phase 1, phase 2, transformations. There are three kinds of metabolizers: fast metabolizers, intermediate metabolizers, and slow metabolizers. That means when you give a 625 mg of paracetamol to all these different types of populations, this person will very slowly metabolize, leads to the low dose in the blood. This persons will be intermediately metabolized, leads to optimal dose in the blood. These persons will make faster, will leads to high dose in the blood. That means that's what the personalized medicine concept is, came to the market now. A single dose doesn't fit all. Okay, already the developed countries like US has developed the human genome project and identified 22,000 types of genome sets and started prescribing the drugs based upon their gene sequences. So now this issue, what happens is the ultimate problem of this issue is this high dose causes the high concentration causes lots of side effects and adverse reactions. Now, using the AI-driven technology, how to solve this? Imagine uh, something in the body, it was there and giving the signals. The dose required is how much? Let us say morning. Let us say example. I'll tell you, insulin is the best example. People will inject the insulin. That itself is a painful delivery. Morning, afternoon, evening doses of insulin they'll inject. Standard doses. Do you think the same insulin dose is required from morning side and afternoon side and evening side? Because morning you're having a less breakfast, afternoon you're having a heavy lunch, evening sometimes you don't maybe eat, and the glucose levels keep changes from the day to time to time in the day. Now you are giving the same insulin to the repeatedly periodically in the throughout the day. You imagine one time the insulin concentration is more, one time the insulin concentration is less. So that means basically if any system is in the body that predicts what is the dose required and accordingly the dose was given, imagine there is no adverse event in this world. Yes, it is possible. I'll just show a video again, a AI-driven based device of insulin based upon the activity of the body, based upon the meals I have taken, based upon the glucose levels in my body. Accordingly, the insulin will be released.
Live life with fewer interruptions with the MiniMed 780G system, now with the Simplera Sync sensor. Simplera Sync is an all-in-one sensor. Insertion takes less than 10 seconds, so you can keep moving. It's the only system with a meal detection feature. If you occasionally forget to enter a meal dose or undercount carbs, it automatically adjusts insulin delivery and corrects glucose levels every 5 minutes, so you can be more spontaneous, even at meal times. Improve your A1C and know that you're covered day and night with an automated system doing the work for you. More automation, more time in range, more spontaneity, more doing what you love. Live life with fewer interruptions with the MiniMed 780G system, now with the Simplera Sync sensor.
Right? How nice it was, having the right dose in the right time in the blood, which minimizes lot of issues associated with the excess dose of the drug. Similarly, one more example I can show you about the asthmatic patients. Now they will take, through the inhalers that asthmatic drug to the lung regions. Now again, the dose which they're taking is not, necessarily the right dose. For suppose, the asthmatic condition is such a way that the severity of the asthma increases or decreases depending upon so many external factors. Let us say a particulate matter, pollen grains, molds, or dust in an external environment. Somebody is smoking near to me. It's today is very cold, tomorrow is very dry. There are a lot of things which irritates our airways path, and it leads to excess or less asthmatic conditions. So the impact is increased frequency of asthmatic effects, reduced lung growth in children, and exacerbation of symptoms, especially in urban areas, that is cities with high pollution areas. So if any dose was missed, otherwise the proper dose was not given during this time, leads to a lot of flare up issues and it lead to prolonged symptoms and make them to more worsen. Now, and to solve this issue, AA smart inhalers has came fitted with some sensors. Now this what happens with the sensor is they will track each dose taken by the patient. This helps to ensure that patients use the right medications correctly and consistently. Also, the sensors will monitor the air quality in the device and paired up with an app and can track the environmental factors that affect the respiratory health, such as air pollution, pollen levels, humidity, and temperature. And accordingly, the dose will be adjusted as per the external environment, followed by the patient reminders and health. Again, like previous pills what we have seen, if anything dose was missed or any such kind of medical inherence is happening, notifications are sent to the patients to the smartphone if they missed any dose. So such kind of instances, such kind of technology was there. There is no patient today was dying with any asthmatic effects or asthmatic severity based upon the external environment as well as the missing doses. These smart devices will be sending the signals to take the proper dose at the proper time. So like this, yeah, not only the tablets or capsules or whatever the inhalers you are saying, we have also AI smart injections, especially, when there is a cancer, condition, there is a patient suffering with the cancers. What happens is there are highly immunosuppressant patients. Okay. Now for these patients, a single dose of preset dose of Neurarstia, basically medication that boosts the immune system, where red blood cells production to lower the infection risk after the chemotherapy was given. Now, what happens with the chemotherapy issue was there are a lot of injections to be given, which is very painful. And after the chemotherapy was finished, the patient has to return to home. Still, there is some more injections are required. Example is this immuno booster of pegfilgrastim. Now, imagine, do you think the patient can able to take 3 injections by himself or injecting in the sitting in the home? Literally not possible. Now, there is a device, a smart injection, where the injection volume you can fill at the device, which you can see on the right side. The complete injection volume was given here. You can see also full empty like our petrol only, like the signal, what you are seeing in the petrol of the vehicles, the injection volume. Now timely, it may be of 4 days or 5 days or 3 times a day, as per the dose required from this, device, from this, what to say, a cartridge or whatever, required amounts of injections will be delivered to the skin once you are attached to that based upon the requirement. So this minimizes the patient to be still, stay at the hospitals and the hospital cutting costs so many other ways rather than calling again another nurse or another a doctor to come to home and give the injections. Rather than that, at least a week of time when you keep the device throughout the week as per the periodically set timers, the injections will be given and based upon the again the signals which was given here, the refilling can be happen. So such way again the patient medication adherence issues and also the dose issues can be minimized by injecting timely and avoiding the hospital visits. And this is one side which you are talking about. That means only related to dosage forms. What are the demerits and how the AA can able to solve this issue. The other side, the beauty side, is the AI-based cosmeticals, right? So the cosmetic market is nowhere smaller than like a pharmaceutical. Maybe India it is quite smaller, but the countries like US or South Korea, the cosmeceutical market is such a bigger than which is almost equal to pharmaceutical. Even again, when it comes to cosmeceutical, there are a lot of problems. Are there problems in the sense, lot of lackness, lot of like gaps still, as a researcher still we can able to make up. So how, what are the gaps we will see and how again this AI driven devices can help, you can see. Now, especially the women community, like, people using a lot of cosmeceuticals, like you are seeing on the screen, such as foundation creams, compact powders, and the lipstick which you see. The cosmetic term is nothing but just a colored. Okay, the color is a fascinating here. Now, try to understand there are a lot of shades are available in the cosmetics to choose. It may be a foundation cream, it may be a compactor, it may be lipstick. There are a lot of hundreds of shades are available. When you go to a beautician shop or maybe the cosmetic shop, what happens is you just apply on the skin or the lips, and by seeing that you will purchase and come to home. But after coming to home only you'll understand, okay, this is not my right color of choice. Maybe in the lighting which was kept, because usually shops were with power lighted to show ourselves in a more beautiful way or whatever it is. Now after coming to the home only you may be realized this is not my right color. Say you may be spent hardly 2 to 300 rupees for a particular object that is going to be wasted, and you'll keep in the again the bureau or somewhere, and you don't use that. So how to fill this gap, how to identify my skin tone, you know how many of you are aware? Will just come back again. India, if you take from North Indian to South Indian, there are a lot of color tones are available. Being North Indian to be lighter to fairer skins, being South Indian to the dusky skins such as Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and olive skins at the Kerala side, our skin tones are totally has a unique different shades. Do you think whatever the shades available in the market is sufficient to fill the gap of the color tones of the woman, or any other colors which is available? There is a Patrickson classification was there. This is a scientist who discovered the classification of skin tones in the human side. So how to solve this issue? How to find the right tone for the right color of a woman? Like, an example I'll tell you once again. If you are such a brainy, the right side, there are a lot of women, still it can is very difficult to identify who is the Indian woman there, because again in India there are a lot of shades are available for the human skin, we need to consider as well. So how to solve this issue? Basically what you people do, either you'll go to ask the beautician, you will go and ask what is the right choice, but it is a costly affair, every time you cannot go and sit with them. Then sometimes you'll follow the Instagrams and check the color, sometimes with the YouTube. Do you think these are all practically possible? Never. Again you will fall into the trap of misleaded ads and wrong color choice. So what we've done is, at the Department of Pharmaceutics, we have collaborated with one of the international or national University of Technology. We have started developing a prototype product called as Kinetics. So what basically does is, imagine with your phone. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. So when you have a phone in your hand, you can take a picture of your face, which you're seeing in the screen here, like how you're taking a selfie pictures. Now what happens is, this picture of yours is going to an app which are developing by the institute. Okay, in that app already we have given 10,000 pictures of human skin. That means this is called as machine learning. We teach the app with almost 10,000 pictures of a human skin. Now it will analyze the color tone of you and matching inside with the 10,000 images. This signal will be sending to a AI-driven cosmetic device. So this is something very unique. This device is something unique. This is having a base cream in the center. I repeat, a base cream in the center, which is white in color, and we are filling with almost 10 different pigments. Okay, it is like something which we can call upon like the paints which are using in the home painting for the walls. When you go to the painting shop, the person doesn't have thousands of colors. I don't know how many of you observe that. He's having one base color. He will add some tint into that. He will rotate the bottle and give you the right shade, right? Similarly, like this, we have a base color. We have somewhat 10 to 15 tints, which matches around 30 to 40 color skin tones of the human. Now, after taking the picture, this signal will goes to the app. From the app, the right color will goes to the device. The device will give the output. That means it will be on the device. You can see from the center the cream is coming, from the surroundings the right pigment is coming. Just you have to take your three fingers and just triturate that, and we have to start applying on the skin. Imagine like how you are seeing this woman, how the skin tone was exactly matching to the foundation cream which is arising out. So such kind of applications where again AI is going to play a lead role. By using the AI technology, one can able to identify the skin tone and can able to give the right choice of foundation cream. Okay, this is again some slides which I don't want to show you again, being the time. I think you can show this one of the technology which was developed with that.
Self-image has never been more important or more profitable, and cosmetic manufacturers and retailers are continually challenged to meet consumer demands for new and exciting products. Consumers are not only looking for product value, but a positive experience as well. Now, we all know color is a critical factor when selecting cosmetics and skin tone products. In fact, A UK study showed that 78% of women said they would change their foundation if they could find a better color match. We can help. Capture delivers that perfect match. Capture Cosmetics provides award-winning color technology for reading skin color and recommending matching cosmetic products. Its unique tri-directional illumination technology captures an accurate color image of the skin, independent of the local lighting conditions, and also takes into account the effect of the skin's texture and structure. This ability to identify color subtleties in a variety of skin tones is a one-of-a-kind advantage. Capture's versatility creates opportunities throughout your cosmetics business. It can solidify brand loyalty, introduce new products, and drive sales of complementary products. Putting X-Rite Capture into the hands of your beauty consultants simplifies the selection process, gives you immediate.
Okay, no need to again going through complete video to short the time. So this is how the AI-driven devices will help you to detect the right tone of the skin and help you to check the right foundation cream. The second prototype was, about a LED face mask. There are a lot of cosmetic related issues are there in our life, such as dark circles, blackheads, pimples, wrinkles, allergies, or acne. Is there any single device, AI device? Because what happens is for different categories of problems which you're seeing on the screen, you will apply different kinds of creams, like tretinoin creams, sunscreens. So many, again, cosmetics are available. But is there any some device which can cure the such kind of problems? So we found something called as light therapy. You can see here different lights in the life have different kinds of properties. Let us say this we are not talking about right now first time. It is our ancient times, people will say go and stand in the sunlight for some time to treat the skin disease. Yes, that is true because the sunlight having different color regions of light. Blue light will help in treating acne. Red lights will help in wrinkles treatment. Green light will help in hyperpigmentation removal. Yellow light will be helpful in inflammation reduction. Purple light is for more skin brightening, and sometimes infrared is for skin healing. So these are the different properties of light is available. If we can make some AI driven device with all these lights, it can helpful to reduce such kind of problems. So what we done is, again we started developing a device called as AI driven face mask. Now what happens is the moment you keep this on the skin, this light will fall on the skin and will detect where are the areas, because it doesn't make sense like the entire face is like something like having glimpses, something having dark circles, right? The area to area the problems will change. That means pimples will come in some part of the skin, I mean space. The glimpses will come in some part of the skin. So this light will detect first. Let us say on the cheeks I want blue light, on the forehead I want red light, on the below the eyes I want yellow light, something like that. First it will detect the skin conditions. Accordingly the light will be focused on the particular areas of the skin, thereby it cures lot of skin related issues in the which is we are seeing in the day to day life. So like that, in a nutshell, which I want to say is there are a lot of developments is going to happen in the coming era. This is only about the drug delivery. Apart from the drug delivery, like drug discovery, pharmacovigilance, there are a lot of places already the AI was kept inside or went inside, we can say, and started doing its work. So probably in the next coming 10 years or 20 years, as a pharmaceutics pharmacist, as a process from scientist, we could maybe start adopting such technologies and start developing some products. As I said, there are so many things is going to come to the syllabus, AI-driven subjects. So those days has gone. Do you know AI? Do you learn AI? Now today we are in the era of do you start learning the AI? Do you start training AI? Something kind of things, scenario is going to come. So there is big, big giants of technology. They says lot of quotations like if you don't learn the AI, you will be replaced. The age of AI has gone, started. This and all very true. Maybe 1 year back, if you see, this looks like a very fantasy kind of quotations. No, nowhere it is. It's like AI was completely free. Even day before yesterday, this Perplexity is saying all Airtel users can get free of Perplexity. To compete that AI, Gemini is saying every student is free of using Gemini AI. So there is a lot of competition happens, and students will be definitely will get updated with all the tools available. So just see the small video, how the time has changed, how the time has changed in our life. Those days, maybe how beautiful those days, those are 1930s, 1950s, 1970s. We spent a lot of time with the family, schools, friends, neighbors, and slowly how we are there today and how we are evolved, when time passes. Right? So the current generation is like this. All the things which we have spent a lovely time was suppressed now, and people are hanging with the technologies, mobiles, tabs, or phones, whatever it is. And you cannot avoid that. Also, you have to be fight with the competition. You have to fight with the technologies. Keep moving, and keep going only. So we have to start learning the things. Definitely, an example you can see here. Maybe the people of 45 and below can 45 and above, sorry, the 45 and above, 30 above can able to know these items which are kept on the screen, which is quite, very famous those days. But none of the items were there today, right? You don't see any HMD watches, you don't see Bajaj Scooters, nothing. Do you think, they have any less brand or less quality? Never. In everybody's house, these items are there. But the thing is, this companies has never updated by themselves. They don't even bother about the next 20 years, 30 years, what is going to happen. Hence, these are all went to shed today. We cannot see any such kind of items. Everything like smartwatch, smartphone, smart scooter, something like that only. So we should update by ourselves, every time. Again, I think I don't know what's the time now. It was around somewhere around 3:50. There are a lot of things can be say when some technology comes. Some good things will happen at the same time. Bad things also will happen. Some good things like this AI technology was into very deep into many places, right? Solving a lot of issues. You can see in the left side corner, I kept a boy correctly diagnosed by ChatGPT after 17 doctors failed to do in the US. Imagine 17 practitioners which they can't able to find a rare disease of a boy by giving the prompts that symptoms which is suffering, a ChatGPT was given at the right time. And Rajiv Gandhi University of Karnataka was kept an AI-driven examination centers, no need of any teacher, by seeing the facial expressions, the sounds, silent sounds which the students make, it will easily catch, some malpractice are happening. Earlier days, we used to spend a hard cash for the toll booth. Then it was replaced with the fast tags. Now today, within Gadkari sir is saying we are going to come up with the AI related traffic violations and AI related tracking systems where you will be fined or maybe properly challaned with the AI driven. One of the best example, whenever there is a news of now in Andhra, any news, top news, what is the time for darshanam they used to say, right? 24 hours, 12 hours, something like that. Again, the government of Andhra Pradesh are very prone into that, and they started thinking using AI system to cut short the darshanam time from longest to shortest. Again, using an AI era like that. There are a lot of good things that's going to happen definitely when technology comes. Similarly, the bad things also happens parallelly. Like there is a lot of job cuts, like Paytm has removed many people, and in UK, there are a lot of job cuts are there. NVIDIA CEO says don't start learning coding. And even Sundar Pichai says already 25% of our company is running by AI related people, AI related, things only. That means out of 100 employees, 25% of employees already gone case. So like that, many bad things also will happen. So how far we are fitting with the technology, how far we are learning the technology, and how far we are equipped with the technology, competing with the others, and keep moving is the question here. Okay, so there are a lot of fields, is already, well, completely occupying with the automation, especially. Then followed by other fields which you're seeing in the left side screen. The violet color indicates how much depth of percentage of AI went to inside the jobs roles of their fields. Okay. So this slides I used to explain with when people don't know about AI, and I don't know how much time left for me. It's very easy to understand. But there is two things you have to remember. AI is nothing but just learning the missions, making the missions to learn. See, imagine ourselves. How the in childhood we learn many things. The moment you burn, there is nothing. Slowly you learn. Like when you see the tiger, you have to fear. When you see the dog, the love comes. When you see something called excitation comes. When you see food, the hungriness comes. These are all not happen in a day, in a first day. It took almost 10 to 15 years of human life to learn the things. So how you learn using the new nervous system? It's called as neuronal networks, neurons network. Triple N, like triple R, natural neuronal networks. Imagine without human, if I make the mission to do the same thing, that means a robot can learn. that, like how humans learn. That is called as ANNS, artificially neuronal networks. You're creating a neural network which is not human made, which is basically an artificial. That means making the machine to learn. Let us say, when you talk about AI, they'll say there is a concept of input, output, and hidden layers. Input layer is something where people are learning. The machine is learning. You are showing, just now I shown one device for you, like AI-driven foundation cream. We teach it the device with 10,000 images of skin tones. Now today the device is artificially intelligent that it can be able to detect the skin tone, but it is not a human. A human cannot do that, but the machine is doing right. But its limitation is whatever I taught only it knows artificially, but not more than beyond a single image also. Similarly, the artificial is something, nothing that, just making the machines to learn about the things which is happening in the world, making them to more intellectual. Tomorrow, many problems which humans cannot solve, this, machines is going to be solve that. So example is AI related cameras. Many people, when you take a photo, you can see you are taking an indoor picture, you're taking a dog, you're taking a cat. How it is saying, how it is knows the, the particular object is a particular animal or, particular device. Already your cameras was taught with, a lot of images of dogs and cats. Hence it can able to predict as per the dog and cat image. You can see, like, many of you on your photographer for more likes to have photos. You can see there is a portrait mode. That means how it is knowing, I can able to highlight the human and I can blur the background. Again, it was taught like that. Human looks like this. No, when the human comes, you don't blur the, the edges of ears or whatever, the hair, something like that, right? These are all again AI-driven technologies where this cameras was taught with cameras, and lot of examples are there and lot of things are, coming out. So finally, what I would like to say is AI in medicine is hyper hope. Definitely, it is not a hope. There is not a hope. Definitely, this is the current truth. You can see I kept in the a small infographic picture, the coming futures, what is the growth of annual growth of compound annual growth rate of the smart devices, AI, BT device, personal care device. There are a lot of things is going to come by 2090. It's going to be the double the amount what was currently existing in the market. So, okay, you just decide, all of you as a student, you want to be the traditional modern triturator, or you want to be a AI-driven pharmacist, developing a future pharmaceuticals. It's all up to you. It doesn't mean that I'm not asking you to study the subjects. Definitely, you should study. The base should be there. The knowledge should be there. Accordingly, also the technology you should compete. The coming trends you should compete. We should be, AI-ready pharmacist, should be there, maybe to compete with the future trends as well. So past versus future, what you are being there, please decide. And the future of medicine is, is nothing but AI knows very, very better than you know yourself, more. So with this, I think I will stop my presentation and over to you back. And before that, I personally thank the entire management at KVS, the Pharmacy College, and my special thanks to Principal Madam, and very special thanks to Ramna Reddy sir for identifying me as one of the resource person for this session, which is particular because AI-driven drug delivery is something which I'm seeing today, because people are generally conducting the seminars like AI drug delivery or AI in pharmacy. But a particular session related to dosage forms is first, something which I'm seeing today. I thank sir for having such concept in the mind and calling me for today as a resource person. So with this, over to you all, and I think in the right time I have finished my session. Thank you, and thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, thank you, sir, for enlightening us with the significance of emerging smart formulations and their applications in drug delivery and cosmetic sciences. Thank you so much, sir. Sir's session has been highlighted with the transformative potential of AI in revolutionizing drug delivery and cosmetic sciences through smart formulations. AI is streamlining research, optimizing drug design, and accelerating the development of personalized treatments. In drug delivery, AI is predicting drug behavior and improving the patient outcomes. Similarly, in cosmetics, AI is enhancing the creation of personalized skincare solutions and improving the effectiveness of cosmetic products. So having the potential applications and even the challenges associated with the smart formulations, sir has very well elaborated the topic on smart formulations. In his talk, sir has highlighted about various dosage forms. Especially, we are very fortunate to have you, sir, because you have given us the latest current advancements in the field of smart formulations, which are very useful in the treatment procedures and even the cosmetic sciences. Sir has highlighted in his talk. Sir has highlighted the problems with our conventional dosage forms, then followed by AI-powered drug delivery. Sir has quoted examples of Abilify, MySite. Then Sir has highlighted the second reason, side effects and occurrence of adverse drug reactions with the conventional formulations, and the AI-driven solutions like Medtronic offered by Medtronic, especially for asthma conditions as well, AI-driven smart inhalers. And Sir has quoted examples on AI smart injections as well, AI-based cosmeceuticals as well, capsule cosmetic customized foundations, LED face masks. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and sharing with us the latest advancements in the field of drug delivery and cosmetic sciences driven by artificial intelligence. Very fortunate to have you.
Thank you, madam, for such a beautiful summarization. And I think everything you captured what I said for the last 45 minutes and perfectly summarized my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Can I leave, madam? Can I leave the session? Any question? Sorry. Question and answer.
The session is open for queries. If anyone has any queries, you can get it clarified with sir.
Your chat boxes also will fine for me. If you have anything, if you want to ask, you can use the chat
Dear
box.
participants, you can please use chat box for sharing your queries. Sir, I have a small query, sir. With the new moieties to get into the market, it is almost taking 15 years now. So, how much time it will be taken for an AI-driven formulation to come into the market, whether it is a device or a formulation? How much time it is?
Yeah, madam. You can refer a website called as InSilico. Then a website name itself InSilico. There is a company. You know,
Okay.
they took just 45 days of time to bring one molecule to market. Actually, I have another presentation about future pharmaceuticals where I used to talk about this. Just 45 days. They took in silicon knowledge, another. Yes, in 45 days only they discovered the molecule, conducted some preclinical trials and got the approval to conduct the clinical trials. Usually, when you take very golden era, back, synthetic chemistry, synthesizing the molecule, testing it, a lot of things are there. Now, using the AI-driven technology, the company called Insilico was just bought the molecule to the market in just 45 days of time. It's a record time. And another 20 molecules also there in the pipeline. So every one of you just free time, maybe after this session, just type in Silico, a company for about drug delivery. It was happening already. Maybe probably there is no more lapse of 10-15 years. We are all going to launch products very soon because just we want to find out the right, what is the right molecule for the receptor to dock, with the highest score. That is happening very fastly these days. Matter of a week, people are doing it.
Okay. Very smart solutions for treatments. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for enlightening us.
Welcome, madam.
To this session. Dear participants, tomorrow's session will be starting at 10:30 tomorrow. An afternoon session is also there. 2 sessions in the morning as well as in the afternoon. Please join for tomorrow's sessions as well. For today's session, feedback will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Please submit by today itself, all of you. On behalf of organizing committee, we are very thankful to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
The session, sir.
Yeah, please, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
conclude. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.